Boruto episode 64. This episode is going to be a very good episode. The last episode was really like a slow episode. It was really just an awakening for Boruto. There was no real action. Boruto was just seeing Hinata being hurt, his dad being kidnapped, him and Shikida had a little moment, Mitsuki was injured, things like that. It was just a very slow episode and it was very impactful. But in this episode, in episode 64, there will be a lot of action. It's going to be the stuff that we've all been waiting for. Momoshiki Kinshiki and Urashiki versus the 5 Kage plus Sasuke, and I'm very excited for that. I'm pretty sure you guys are excited for that as well. But without further ado, I'm not going to hold up your time. I'm going to go into the spoilers that were released a couple weeks ago, and the episode is going to be called Naruto Retrieval, episode 64 by the way. Now going into the paragraph says, to avenge the assault from Momoshiki and to save his father who has been kidnapped, Boruto and Sasuke and the Kage, who are the leaders of their villages, head to an alternative dimension. Against the almighty power Momoshiki and Kinshiki of the Otsutsuki clan, Sasuke and the Kage engage in a fierce combat with them. In the midst of that, Boruto and Naruto are finally able to face each other, having always avoided this situation in the past. However, to this father and son duo, Momoshiki declares some mysterious words. Whew, that's a very encrypted paragraph right there. The first thing I want to talk about is how they did not include Urashiki. Some of you guys missed that. Some of you guys didn't catch that, but it did say that the Kages were going to be fighting powers like Momoshiki and Kinshiki. They did not say Urashiki, so that's very interesting. It does beg the question if Urashiki will actually be fighting in this next episode, or if Urashiki will be fighting for the rest of this arc period, because again, Urashiki was not in the movie, Urashiki was not in the manga, his future is not written, so it is very possible that Urashiki might just not be in these next few episodes and he's just somewhere else being protected or being saved for another arc. Or it's very possible that they just forgot to add Urashiki's name in there, things like that. There's a whole bunch of possibilities, but it is something very interesting to talk about, and it is something that's going to be very important leading up to these next few episodes of Boruto. One thing I want to skip towards is the last sentence. It says, however, to this father and son duo, Momoshiki declares some mysterious words. Now, it has been said in the past that Momoshiki is able to read people's futures. Momoshiki could possibly read everyone's future, but Momoshiki can't read his own future, things like that. And Momoshiki supposedly read Boruto and Naruto's future in this next episode. Now, Momoshiki, as the paragraph said, will declare some mysterious words. It's going to be very interesting to see what Momoshiki actually says. We did catch a little bit of it in the manga. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys just yet. I'm going to wait till he says it in the actual anime, but in the manga, he said some very interesting things. But in my opinion, I feel like since it is the anime, and since the anime is so much different from the manga, I feel like Momoshiki could possibly say anything now. It's really an open book in terms of what Momoshiki is going to be saying, and I feel like Momoshiki is going to give us some very interesting intel, because Boruto as well as Naruto, they have a very interesting future. As we do know, we have Kawaki, the Kado organization, a whole bunch of stuff that we don't know about, and if Momoshiki could give us a little bit of spoilers about that, it would be very, very helpful to all of the Boruto community, and we'd all thank him for that. So one thing I want to talk about, obviously Naruto is not going to die, but the thing about Naruto is that he's going to be very weak when they do rescue him. It's not really clear how weak he's gotten, but think about it. Momoshiki all this time has just been draining chakra from Naruto. We're going to get to see that in the next episode. And Naruto, I mean, he's going to be very, very weak in the next episode. Even though Naruto's still going to be putting up a good fight, Naruto's still going to be Naruto at the end of the day. It's just going to be like he lost a lot of chakra, so it won't be 100% Naruto. So if Naruto takes a huge hit from like Kinshiki or something like that, just understand that's not 100% Naruto. Naruto did lose a lot of chakra. It's going to be the same thing with Sasuke as well. Sasuke did lose a lot of chakra, man, because the time space ninjutsu takes a lot of chakra out of Sasuke. Sasuke can't really do that for a long time. And not only that, but Sasuke does have to plan for the return back to their own dimension. As you guys know, if Sasuke pretty much uses up all his chakra in that fight, they'll be stranded in that other dimension for a long time, and I don't think that Sasuke wants to do that. So obviously Sasuke's gonna be conserving his powers, conserving a little bit of chakra, and not trying to go all out in that fight, man, because he does want to have a way back home. Now there's a couple people that we're gonna see fight in this episode that we haven't really seen fight before. We're gonna get to see the Kage fight, we're gonna get to see the Kage fight. We haven't really seen them fight in a long time. The only time we did see them fight was in the 4th Great Ninja War. We're gonna get to see how they got strong. We're gonna get to see how they produced and reacted against the Otsutsuki clan. Obviously we've seen a little bit of that already in the movie, but again, the anime is so much different. The anime will probably show us a lot more jutsus from them. And also another thing I want to talk about is the jutsus from Momoshiki and Kinshiki. You know, Momoshiki and Kinshiki definitely showed us that they can do a lot of crazy things with their jutsus already, but I feel like in the anime, since there's more time in the anime, I feel like they'll probably open up a bigger bag of jutsus and show us some more diversity in their jutsus. And I feel like that right there will probably be a very good sight to see in terms of power scaling, see how Momoshiki can probably stack up against the other characters that we think of when we talk about, say, like a Jinchuriki Madara, or say like Kage, people like that. A lot of people do like to compare these Otsutsuki like figures to each other and try to see how they would stack up. But needless to say, this next episode is going to be a very good episode. I really can't wait for it. One thing I would do want to ask you guys, what are you guys most excited for? Are you most excited to see Naruto and Sasuke fight side by side? Are you most excited to see Momoshiki read Naruto and Boruto's futures? Things like that. Let me know what you guys think. But it's been your boy Baara B, and we out.